Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you are new to this channel, you are highly welcome. So in today's tutorial, we'll be cutting and sewing this beautiful top showing right now on your screen. So if this is a tutorial you're interested in, please like this video, drop a comment for me in the comment section, share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed. So guys, without wasting much time, let's get right into this tutorial. So guys, for this tutorial, we'll be making use of our fabric. You can use any fabric of your choice, but for this tutorial, I'm making use of an Ankara fabric. So this is my Ankara fabric here, and this is just about I think about 1.5 to 2 yards. This is my lining. I'll be using a stay. You can use a paper stay or an air stay. Then I have my zipper here. So guys, let's start with the pattern drafting for the front. So I've went ahead to mark some lines on my pattern paper, and I will just label what I have here. So I have my shoulder, my upper bust, my armhole line, my bust line, my waistline, my under bust line rather. Then this one below the under bust is my waist, and this right here is my blouse length. So depending on the length of the blouse you are working with, just measure it. So for me, I think I'm working with, so my blouse length is 25.5 inches. So the other measurements are the measurements I measured. So whatever your upper bust is, your bust length is, just go ahead and mark it. But for this blouse length that I use, I'm using 25.5 inches. So guys, on your bust line, you measure your bust span divided by 2. That's from one nipple to the other. You measure it divided by 2. Then you go ahead and mark the same thing from the bust down to the blouse length. And after marking those points, you connect all the points together with a straight line, just like this. So after that, the next thing we'll do is to go down by ½ inch from the bust. Just mark a short line just like I did. Then for the under bust tightening, I'll take 1 3/4 to this side, ½ inch to the other side. On the waist, I took 1 1/2. I took 1 3/4 on the under bust, but on the waist, I took 1 1/2. And at this side, I also took 1 1/2. And for this other side there, I'm taking just ½ inch. So ½ inch is constant from the under bust downward at this other side of the line. But for this side, I just took 1 3/4 at the under bust and 1.5 at the waist area downward. So like I said, this side I'll just be taking ½ inch like this downwards. So guys, the next thing I will do is to connect from this under bust to this short line I have below the bust line. Usually I just connect this part with a straight line, but I don't know why I'm using this curve side. I think I was just experimenting this day. So the next one is to connect the under bust at this side also to the same point using the curvy parts, just like this. So see the way I connected it, just like this. So the next thing we'll do is to take other measurements. As you can see that I later changed this to a straight line. So the first one I did, I was just experimenting. So I'm changing it to a straight line, just like this. So now at the under bust, at the upper bust rather, I'll take about 1.5 inch to the armhole area. Then I will connect it to the bust area just like this. See the way I did it? I just took 1.5 inch away after connecting the line upward. So what I took out there, I will add it back at this armhole and I will reshape. I don't think we will need this, but let's just reshape first. So if we don't need it, we'll just leave it out. Just take note. So guys, let's go ahead and take other body measurements. So I'll measure my bust divided by 4. At the waist area, my waist measurement divided by 4. What I took out here, I will add it back. And at the hip area, I'll measure my hip divided by 4. And what I took out here, I will also add it back. So those dots that I took out, I will add it back. After adding it back, what I also did again was to just add extra ½ inch again at this side. I added just ½ inch. This is optional, you can just leave it like that. I just added extra ½ inch at that side. So guys, the next thing I will do is to connect all these points together to the from the waist to the bust and from the waist to the hip area. So after connecting, the next thing I will be doing is to go upward by 2.5 inches. This is just to make the shape at the blouse area. So I'll go up by 2.5 inches here, or even 3 inches. I think I later changed it to 3 inches. So the next thing I will do is to tape this in, the dots that we took out there. So I'll fold it in, then I will connect from this blouse, from this center front to the side at this lower part. See the way I connected it. So this is what I have for the blouse. So for the side darts, the difference between my half length for the front and the back, I think is about 1.25 inch. So that's what I will also take out here. So it's 1.25. So that's what I'm taking out. Then when I'm cutting, I'll tape that part in. So it's now time to do this. So this is shape that we have at the center front. So what I did first was to tape in the dart we have here. So just try and fold it in. See the way I'm doing it. So just try and fold it in. If you have a tape, you can just use it to hold it down. Then I think I measured about 3 inches upward from my upper bust. 3 inches upward from my upper bust. Then I placed my curve ruler on it like this. Then I connected it, but I later changed this to a straight part, because if you use this curve part, you will not have that pointed effect at that top. So I later changed it to this one that I'm using. So from the on armhole, you connect it to that 3 inches we went upward at the upper bust. So this is what we have. So this is what it looks like when you are folding, and this is what it looks like when you open it up. So the next thing I want to do is to extend this line a little bit upward. So this is what we have. So when I join this together, so this is what it will look like. So that was how I achieved that. So the next thing I will be doing now will be the yoke for the front. So depending on how wide you want this, I think I just take 2 inches from this armhole. Like I just took 2 inches there, and for this part here I took 1 inch. Then I'm connecting it upward like this. I hope you understand. So I'm still working with this armhole measurement on the yoke. So I took 2 inches from this shoulder area inward, then I took 1 inch there, then I'm connecting it. So this is what my yoke will look like. So at this point, you can either use the curve of this armhole, or you can just connect it straight. Like instead of it to be curvy like this, you can just rule a straight line connecting it. The straight line I meant was this. If you notice there's a straight line after that curve line, you can just use that straight line instead of the curve part. So that's what you can do. So now I'm done with the pattern drafting, so I'll go ahead and cut this. So guys, I've taped my side dart inside, and I'm trying to mark where the yoke will start from on this, so that when I want to fix it, I know where to place it on. So I just mark it on this pattern. So when I'm fixing, I know where to place this. And this is what the front pattern looks like. So this is my front yoke. I'll label it. So guys, let's go ahead and cut the back. This is my back, and as I stated earlier, the back length is 1.25 inch shorter than the front. I used 25.5 for the front, so this is 1.25 inch shorter than the front. So I went ahead to mark my armhole line, the waistline, and this is the blouse length. And I also took out the zipper allowance at that other side. So guys, I will measure my waist my bust divided by 4 on this line. Then at the waistline, my waist measurement divided by 4. This is after the zipper allowance. I'll add 1 inch that and half inch to prevent zip bulging, which I will take out here. So at the blouse length, I'll measure my hip divided by 4. I will add extra half inch like I did for the front. I added extra half inch again. So that's what I also did here. So the first measurement I took was wrong, so I corrected it. So I'll go ahead and just connect all this together from the armhole to the waist, and from the waist to the hip area. So guys, just like I did for the front that I went up by 3 inches, I'll also do the same at the back. Then I will connect it, I will reshape it to the zipper area, just like this. So to prevent zip bulging, I'm taking half inch away here, and I've already added it to the waist area. So that's why I'm taking it out at this point. The next thing I'm doing is to take my dart measurements on this. So I went ahead to locate where the darts will be. That's your nipple to nipple divided by 2 plus half inch, and also take note of the zipper allowance. So when you are marking, so I'm extending this line upward because I want it to have a joining at the center. So this is my dart, and I went ahead to take the darts. I think it was 6.5 inches upward and 6 inches downward. So now it's time to measure for the back. So depending on how low you want your back to be, so I think I'm using about 1 inch above the armhole. So I did 1 inch above the armhole. Then I'll go ahead and also mark the point where the yoke will start from. So guys, what I did was to measure 5 inches, like excluding the zipper allowance. 5 inches, that was what I measured. Then I just connected it, like I marked the point and I'm connecting it upward. So when I measured the 5 inches, and at the armhole side I measured 2 inches, so now that's what the yoke will look like. So now I'll connect this point upward just like this, and this is what the back yoke looks like. So this is what it looks like. This is what the yoke for the back looks like, and if you notice it is too wide, you can move it inward a bit. So I'll go ahead and cut my pattern paper. I made some adjustments at the yoke, and this is what the final look like, and I went ahead to also label it so that I can know. So now after cutting the fabric, I added stay to my fabric. I did not add to the lining, and this is what everything is looking like. So for the yoke, it was cut on fold. It was cut on fold. So for the back, for the front, it was cut on fold, and this is what it looks like. I added allowance to every side except the neckline area. So now the next thing I'll do is to go ahead and join this together. So guys, after joining together, this is what it looks like. If you notice any shortage at this point, if you notice one part is longer, you can just go ahead and reshape. Just go ahead and reshape this side. And when you do that on the main fabric, make sure you also do that on the lining so that everything can be the same. So after joining together, this is what my bustier is looking like. As you can see, it is the shape of the bust is very visible. So this is what the main fabric looks like, and I'll also go ahead and place the lining on it, and I will turn it around. So guys, I'll close up everywhere, but I'll just leave an opening where I'll be using to turn this. So that's what I'll do. I'll leave an opening. So this is the back. I'll also turn it round with my lining, and I'll leave an opening somewhere where I'll use to turn it. So for the yoke, I'll just be placing it on it. Like I'll be sewing on top for the yoke. I'm not inserting the yoke into the main bodies because I'm not sure all about the yoke. So that if I have any correction, I can easily correct it. So this is everything, and I'll go ahead and just turn this out. So this is what it looks like after ironing, and I'll go ahead and join them together by the side. I'll join them together by the side, and I'll also fix the yoke. So guys, I've joined it together by the side, and I've also went ahead to fix the zipper. So the only thing left now is to fix the yoke. So this is what it looks like inside. So now for my yoke, I'll go ahead and join them together, like one side and the back. Like this is the front, this is the back. So I'll go ahead and join it. As you can see the way I'm arranging this. So I'll go ahead and join them together at the shoulder. So the joining will be inside. So that's how I want it to be. So I'll join them together there first at the shoulder. Then after joining it together at the shoulder, I'll go ahead and turn it. So after joining, this is what the yoke is looking like. Then I'll go ahead and turn this. Like go ahead and just turn this inside out. After turning, go ahead and give this a very good press, and then on this I noted where the yoke will be, so you go ahead and also bring out your pattern paper to know where you will fix the yoke for the front. And if you also did the same at the back, go ahead and also locate where the yoke should be so that you don't just place the yoke anyhow. So after locating where the yoke will be, you go ahead and just sew on top very neatly. You sew on top of this, and your blouse is ready. So after sewing on top, this is what my blouse looks like. This looks really really beautiful. I'm very sorry my client couldn't put this on, like I couldn't record when she was fitting it, but it came out so perfect. Like even from the look of the top, you will tell that this outfit would fit so nice. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.